This from George. I see from your Strava account that you have run on the self-motorized treadmill. Do you like it? I'm talking probably talking about you, right, Wendy?
Yeah.
Running on Woodway, never heard of that term, has been my goal to try. I'm so used to running on a traditional treadmill, and I know it's not healthy to spend more than 60 minutes on it. I don't know about that part, about healthy, which is relative. Woodways. What can you
Yeah,
talk about
so
Woodways?
so the Woodway is a treadmill. It's a curved treadmill and it's self-motorized. So when you get on it and you start running, you're running at your natural pace. You're determining how hard you're going to go. And then when you stop running or you slow down, the treadmill slows down. So you're not running at a dictated pace that you have to set on the more traditional treadmills. Since I started running on the Woodway, I can't go back to a regular or otherwise traditional treadmill because it just feels so different. And again, the whole natural running motion is what I'm encouraged by more than anything. And back in the day, more or less when I lived in Colorado, when we would have harsher winters, I would spend weeks, days and weeks indoors on a treadmill. And I'm not so sure that's always the best way to go if you're prone to injuries. And again, depending on your running gait, I'm not sure if that's the best way to go. But I've run hours on the treadmill. So I've never heard that running more than 60 minutes on a treadmill isn't healthy or is going to cause an injury. And I also know that, just depending on your current gait and all your training volume, more or less, that you're already doing, running on a treadmill at an unnatural speed. So if you force yourself to run at a speed that's not your current training speed zone, you could get hurt because it's happened to me. And again, the Woodway, yes, I love it. It's the only one I run on when I run on the treadmill.
And does it have a regular readout screen that shows you how fast you're going?
It does, and I'm glad you brought that up. I actually created some videos of me running on the Woodway as well as a traditional treadmill, and we downloaded them on the Endurance Hour YouTube. I share them a lot with other athletes to look at running form. So on a Woodway, I find that when I'm running at a 4.0, which is generally a 15-minute mile pace on a traditional treadmill, it's way faster. Like my effort is a lot more running at a 5.0 and 6.0 than my effort would be running on the traditional treadmill that shows me that I'm running at a 5.0, 12-minute mile, up to a 6.0, a 10-minute mile. So I don't run by distance. I just run by time and effort when I'm on the Woodway. So when I'm going to do, like, maybe I've done interval sessions on it before, I'll run, like 2 minutes at my own rate of perceived effort hard. And then I do my recovery and the distance. I'm not concerned with the distance at all. I'm just concerned with the time.
And with the Woodway, do you have a incline perception or can you adjust that?
That's another good question. Yeah, there's a lever on the right that you can make it hard or easy. I think there's 4 or 5 different levels of effort. And so when you crank it all the way up, you can barely walk. It's like, you're climbing a very steep mountain. And then again, as you get more fit, then you're able to run at that level. And it's kind of encouraging that you're like, okay, I can actually spin the treadmill a little bit at this hard level. But they show pictures of kind of the goal of each level. This is the hiking up the mountain. This is running at the track or something. And I do attribute my cadence, since I've started working at it, has always been on a little bit high. But when I run on the Woodway, my cadence is really high, and I feel like that's helped me increase my run cadence in a good, beneficial way.
Is your cadence higher because you feel like you're going to lose your balance? Is it you're kind of a full leaning forward a little bit because it's a rolling?
Yeah, I mean, at first, that was why. When I first stepped on a Woodway, I got right off because I felt like this is weird because I didn't know the different levels. I didn't know I could slow myself down by making it a harder level. But now when I'm running at just a comfortable pace, I'll keep it on level 2 or 3. But when I'm doing my speed work, because I want my higher cadence when I'm doing my speed work, I'll keep it all the way on level 0 or 1.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, they're great. I think it's a great way to run because it's your natural form.
And I've said this to other people because I was coached on this. When you're on a treadmill, you need to have at least maybe 1.5 to 2% incline to get the feel of being outside. Otherwise, you're a hamster. Otherwise, you're
Right.
not really running. Like with your Woodway, you are forcing the motion. The gravity is part of it. Whereas a treadmill, if you're flat, 0%, you're just keeping up with the belt. I mean, it's easier just to
Right.
do that versus having to have an incline where you're pushing against something to give the impression of
Right.
gravity or
Yep.
hills.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I love my Peloton. I mean, I know it's a spendy option, but you could have immediate incline changes and speed in changes that are so fast. And I don't know, I just love it.